Alright guys, welcome back to the YouTube video. We have a very special, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and we do have a very special YouTube video for you guys today. Welcome to the most ambitious string showdown we've done thus far. This is all about drop C and just drop tuning in general, and you're just playing with a regular set of strings, you know, about as regular as it gets for this YouTube channel. This set of 11s here with the wound third. And you're just playing on it, and you're like, oh, this low E string, this just dropped down to C right now. I'm in drop C. It sounds kind of flubby, like it sounds kind of off, you know, when I'm doing these drop tuning. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, okay, maybe we should try out some different string sets, some different varieties of strings that might help to alleviate this, you know, this low C issue. So we're just going to test that out today. We're going to put that to the test. So I do have two sets of strings right here. Now both of these strings are available from Diodario. I'm probably going to flip the video a little bit so it comes through clearly, but yeah, we got both these sets of strings, but I realized that both strings actually have plain thirds, which I think is abominable. Like, a plain third barely works for standard tuning. It's definitely not ideal for like a drop tuning, like cause it'll be easier to bend anyway. I see no reason you need a plain third. So I actually went out and got these two custom strings. We got a 21 wound and a 24 wound for each respective set. The 21 being for the set of, these are actually 11s too. And for the set of 12s, we got the 24 wound. So yeah, very special here. We got something very special cooked up for you guys. And you know, it just is what it is, man. So we're going to be jumping into this. We're going to be testing these out. So comparing all three sets of strings. Now these might be 11s too. The actual optimized for D tuning. Now I'm not sure if that means D standard or drop D. It just says optimized for D tuning. And we also have specifically specialized and optimized for C tuning right here. So we're going to test them all out to see which one is the sweet spot. I think the optimized for D tuning will probably perform great. And these might even be a little bit better. It'll probably have the same amount of tension as like a regular set of strings, the standard tuning. But the difference between these two sets of 11s right here is it's optimized for D tuning. So we have the 56 on the E versus the 49 on the regular set. That 56 should be making a big difference because, like I said, I mean, it's not horrible. Like, it's not intonated too horribly, but the intonation's a little bit off and it just doesn't really sound right. So I was like, maybe thicker strings will be able to help with that. Maybe they'll help out with tuning stability a little bit too. And we'll actually be able to float this thing while we're in drop C. So I guess we're going to start with the tuning stability test. So as you can kind of hear from this chord, everything's in a decent stability, so I'm just going to like bend a little bit and see if I can actually make this set go out of tune and how out of tune I'll make it. Alright, so this thing, as you can tell, it's already kind of out of tune, so we're just going to test how out of tune it actually is. And we'll do this with the other sets of strings. Okay, Okay, so I'm kind of impressed. Maybe we won't do the tuning stability test because this pretty much is in tune, except for that actual low string went really sharp for some reason. But now that we got it back in tune, we're just gonna see how this feels and how this set of strings actually sounds. It actually sounds pretty good. It's just that low string that doesn't quite feel intonated right, and it's just a little bit flubby. The tension is pretty low, but it's not really an issue. It just makes it kind of easy to bend and stuff. Although I do see that I'm overshooting my bends a little bit. So as far as sound, we'll see in the sound demo if there's actually a sound difference between these. I'm not sure if it'll be a big sound difference, but the other ones will probably sound a little beefier. You know, they're bigger strings. It's just the actual feel. It's just the low string that I'm having an issue with. Everything else is fine. And tuning stability is fine. I did spend like an hour or two just trying to get these bad boys stretched out for the video. But I guess we'll be moving into sound demo now. We're going to be doing this a little bit differently. You'll probably be seeing the sound demo at the end, but I'm just going to go ahead and move this microphone up closer to here a little bit, and we're just going to see how it sounds. And don't worry, I will be putting the microphone in the exact same place each and every time. I might actually take this camera here and just show you exactly where I'm going to place the microphone. I'm going to place it right around there. And I'll make sure we're in the same position for the next ones. Let's get to sound. Alright guys, so moving on, I guess it's time to actually, you know, let me adjust my preamp. Time to change the actual strings out here. Let's do it. Alright, so we got all the actual strings off here. We're just going to stow them away because it's like a perfectly good, perfectly new set of strings. And as you can see here, to make the video a little easier, I did actually take this thing on the back out. As you can see here, sometimes my A string actually does get jammed, and I gotta push my little tool through here just to get it loose. That happens every time I change my strings out on this bad boy. So we're just going to be swapping the actual G string out. Let's do this. We got this bad boy here. This is the custom one. So it's got the same ball end as the E string that'll make this. And I'll just take this green bad boy out. That's the green G bad boy. And we'll be able to actually change the set of strings up. Alright, so we got one more string to go. The high E string. Let's see if we can thread this baby through here and put a couple turns. I will say this is not my finest stringing work, but it'll do. You know, all the strings are on there. They're all sounding fun. So now we're gonna want to tune all these strings up, cut the ends, and you know, actually get them into the right tuning. on the bridge now. As you can see, it actually is floating a little bit. So it's pretty cool that the bridge is actually floating now in drop C, because I don't think I would be able to do that with my regular string set, which are the 11s, the 49, 11 to 49s, was the regular ones. Now we've got the 11 to 56s on. And let's just really get this back into, because they're still stretching out a little bit. I think they're all about, they're all gonna have like about the same tuning stability, I think. So yeah, just the low E string or the drop C in this case. So it still sounds a little bit flubby, but there is an improvement here. It just feels better in the hand. There's obviously more tension, but it's still not like fully comfortable or like what I would actually like it to feel like, because it doesn't even feel as clean as like playing in drop D with a regular set of strings would sound. But it does seem like a little bit less flubby and just like a little bit better. So there's like a partial, maybe like a 50% improvement. Still getting them stretched out a little bit here, as you can probably tell. That B string that must not have been fully stretched out, but as far as sound, I think on these low strings it does sound like just a little bit beefier. High strings are the same, because obviously those just are the same gauges with my custom string and stuff. Well, yeah, when we move down here, it feels a little bit better and it sounds a little bit better. So I guess we're going to do the actual sound demo now. I'll be putting this in the exact same place as you saw before. Let's lower that preamp gain to about here. Stick that bad boy right there. That's more like it. I'm really digging that. I'm really into that. So, like I said in the last set, there wasn't like a big difference. I couldn't really feel the difference that much. This kind of feels like I'm playing in standard tuning. I mean, this is just awesome. There's more tension. The bridge is like significantly more floated here. As you can actually hear there. So yeah, this feels like playing a set of 11s in standard. I think this probably is like the equivalent of, as far as the gauges and stuff go, and I have the 24 wound going, that's probably the equivalent of like a 12 wound, like Jazz Light set or something, but this is, really working out for me. As I said, I kind of ditched the whole, testing the tuning and stuff, because it makes sense that I'm going to have to stretch these strings out a little bit more. But this is really good. This is really cool. I can dig this. And by the way, when I was changing the strings and stuff, I'm sorry I had to spare you guys my oration skills. It really is your loss. Like, I would have been on a sick one, actually, with that. You know, I didn't even really want to do a video today. I kind of woke up and I didn't want to do anything, but I was like, yeah, we'll give these pigs what they want. We'll give the people a nice video today. So yeah, this feels way better. We're just talking about the feel. The action is closer to where I like it, just from the tension and stuff. And my issues with intonation seem to be gone. That low string is not flubby anymore. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm really happy. I think if you are searching for the optimal set of strings for drop C, you should definitely get a set of strings that says optimized for C tuning. I still don't know if that's drop C or C standard they're talking about. Probably drop C, but they should have been more specific. But yeah, this set of strings is actually working really great. I didn't have high expectations because the optimized for D tuning didn't seem to do that much for my actual flubbiness, but that took it all away. Going to be getting into the final sound demo, and we'll have some closing thoughts. Let's do it, guys. Microphone, same place. Alright guys, well it's finally over. 3 string set changes and a whole lot of playing, a whole lot of improv. This video is all improv. I didn't plan any of this out really, besides like a very basic structure for the video where I was going to be changing the strings and stuff. And yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was suitable. I hope it was adequate for you guys and you got enough entertainment or useful information out of that. Definitely go for that optimized for C tuning set. And this might actually be the last string change I ever do on the Stratocaster in its current state. As you guys may know, I bought this about 22 months ago, something like that. It's almost been 2 years, and this was my birthday guitar in 2023. And it's finally time for me to be changing some of those parts out. I actually debated whether I wanted to change the parts out and then do this video, but I just decided to do this one first because I thought bad hardware will make an even better example of why like going up in string gauge might be helpful. But yeah, we got some lock and tuners from Hip Shop. We gotta go to Hard Bridge back here. We got a whole lot of parts that we're gonna be testing out, so you guys stay tuned for that. That should be my next video, unless I'm not able to get the battery for my soldering iron in time. But 2 weeks, you guys should be seeing that. It's gonna be the Brighton Rock Custom Super Mod. I'm so excited for this. This is a video that's been in pre-production for like 1.5 years of me just planning it, but I finally got all the parts that I need to mod this bad boy out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of String Showdown. Peace.